we get into the election, like it seems like the sillier it gets. Like we're in 2024, and the video camera, picture, whatever you want to call it, on your cell phone, tablet, whatever you whip it out. Like, how many videos we gonna continue to see? How many videos are we gonna continue to see? Not just black folks, but everybody in general is getting shot up by the police. I just saw a video yesterday, I think it was last night, of the Asian community. Lady having a mental breakdown. They called the police. You know, she had a foldable knife. My first question was, why didn't they pull a taser out? Why not go for your taser? If you finna be petty, why not go for your taser? Why you gonna go for a gun and lay somebody down? Are these demons in the uniform? I'm trying to figure it out. Because it seems like these ain't regular citizens when people become police officers. Yeah, I can't say that for everybody. Because I done talked to some folks out there. And that's going out the window when the rest of the apples don't give a damn. Don't give a high flying flip like. And it was something one guy said in the video I just watched. He was like, we need to go back to policing our own communities. Like, if they ain't finna be, because apparently they answer to defunding is basically defunding the taxpayers when they do something. I mean, if it ain't that serious, they can go to another police station like ain't none of that. And then I'm on a dedicated run, so next week's supposed to be truck brake inspection all week. And I'm pretty sure if you don't, because I mean, I've been driving for 8 years, so usually when that hit, I'll be in the house. Like, I ain't even finna lie. The best way to dodge a situation like that is to be at home when Google snitch, or when the police snitch, when they gonna be looking to pull you in. Most definitely try and get you in so they can see what they can find. Write a ticket. I'm like, why is service over here looking so crazy? I was like, goodness, we must have had a little dip. But for the most part, man, like, it's people dropping like flies, and it don't seem like it's ringing on social media. Like, it's moving around, but it don't seem like it's ringing. Like, what's going on? And I mean, I can't just make it one-sided on law enforcement, because then we also got to turn around and look at the black community at the end of the day. Like situations like Young and Ace and Julio, Don Julio got his head knocked off, but like Charleston White said, and everybody agreed, he worked hard to put himself into the ground. Like, that'd have been me and my birthday, and I'm in his position, just for say we got all that extra going on. We gonna add the extra to this and to being this. I'd have been in Cali. I'd have been on a flight in Cali. I would have not been in the boy, that shit crazy as hell. I can't understand it. So, boy, that shit hurt my head. Service is good. It's why you only do stuff when it's stationary, trying to try out the live. Yet at the same time, man, like pretty much everybody getting cleaned up. It's politics season. It's the presidential election, which we ain't got no control over. Charleston White said it best. It's the fools on the electoral board that's gonna choose who our next fool is gonna be. So touch on that because certain platforms got their do's and they don'ts. Be throwing their feet up like that, flag your channel and then some. Man, it ain't looking like it's gonna be a good plan in motion. Like either we gonna get justice through the Lord, or we not gonna get no justice at all. Because I'm telling you, when I'm at home, I got my vest on. I'm in a hood over there in my own. Not going to the store. Man, people think I'm undercover, and I'm sitting up here trying to be safe. I'm sitting up here trying to be safe. It is dangerous out here. I can't trust. When me and my daughter is out and about, and when she at school now, so I ain't, too much gotta think extra on that. But I'm looking around every time I step out the door, because I can either die by a regular first person being dumb, somebody trying to catch it, because over there in Texas, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, man, the alerts popping up on people's phones. People's kids getting snapped and pulled up to the store thinking sweet, trying to get gas, then got cleaned up. Like, come on now. It's not sweet no more like it used to be. I mean, back then it wasn't no better, because then the officer could lie and say whatever he wanted to say, and you had to take his word for it. It wasn't nobody. It was only until the first person decided to pull out a camera and record their goofy asses, and now it's some pushback. You would think as an officer, if you was doing a good job, you would want somebody to pull their phone out and record you, make your department look good, so can't nobody say nothing about you now. If you turn around and end up in another situation, blow up, somebody complain, I ain't gonna say no complaint, but just blow up as bad as what we've been seeing, and it's a waste of time at this point. Like, it's too many L's that regular citizens are taking. It's like, I would ask an officer, I'm like, are you an American citizen? Because what if this mess happened to your family members, and then you're gonna be trying to throw your weight around and feel some type of way? Because when I look at the uniform, I see blood, I see stains, and I ain't talking about going back to slavery. We gotta get off that and go even further than that, because slavery been going on since after the flood. If you read the tablets and in Keneal form, translated, slavery been going on way before 500 and 400, 600 something years ago. Like, pretty much everybody been a part of slavery. It's pretty much been like the rich, then there was the poor, then there was the working class in between. That's been going on for forever and a day. But I take them back as far as police, and I take that back to knighthood. Yeah, remember the king? The king was the original government, the nobles, and the soldier. The knight was the soldier, security, police, army, commander and chief of war, and taking land in the name of saying, like, come on now. Like, it is some stains on that uniform. No matter what, it don't matter what country you in. Policing has been around for a very long time when we look at that knighthood. And they wasn't no better back then. I'm talking about anything that a knight said, unless he was very valiant. Most of the low ballers, they was messing with the regular citizens, blowing them up every chance they get, just because they had a little bit of power, just a little bit. It all goes now. Like I said, I can't speak for everybody, because certain folks don't let their uniform control them. Most folks don't or shouldn't let that uniform control them, because I look at the black officers. You got the coon side, and then you got the ones that don't want to speak up. They got to be whistleblowers. But they could be that same officer off duty and damn near get shot by their own folks, so there's no excuse. How many times is we gonna see this shit? How many times we gonna see it? How many times? I'll wait. How many times is we gonna see? We in 2024, and it's camera after video after video after camera footage after camera footage, and people still getting cleaned up the same way. And black folks been sitting up here this whole time like, well, we've been trying to tell you. I mean, you come up with an idea, you take that, we make something trending, we spend money on something, it all revolves back to us holding up the earth, holding up certain places on this planet. Nobody listens to us when it's blow up time. I'm originally from Mississippi, so I can tell you from the door, like, it is what it is. Like, it sticks and stones over here. As long as you ain't got to pull your gun and they ain't got to pull mine, whoever you are, we ain't finna have a problem. But the buck stops at police, because they feel like they got a high sense of authority. When I'm talking to officers, one female lady, she pulled me over, right? And she said one of my mud flaps came off. And rightfully so, because I know I inspected the truck and the mud flap was on there. I know homeless folks weren't just taking mud flaps off a truck to sell. Well, damn, silver piece back there was still on, but where it was bolted, the flap wasn't on there no more. So it must have fell in traffic. So, you know, she gave me a warning. She didn't give me no ticket or nothing like that. She looked at my booklet, everything was cool, license, whatever the case may be. And Love's was right up the way. I was in Arizona. Love's right up the way, so I was good. And I asked her, I said, well, what is the beef? Because you seem like a reasonable person. It don't seem like you letting the suit or the uniform drive you. And she said, well, sometimes most of the male, and she said it's a few female officers, but she said most of the males, you know, they be having, like, I ain't gonna say issues, but she said they be having, like, I ain't gonna, and she ain't really want to say bad days. Like, sometimes they got stuff going on at home, they bring that energy into work, and then sometimes they just take it out on the citizens when they not supposed to be even doing that. She said they had another guy pulled over in an 18-wheeler, and he was complying. And the officer was being such an ass. Like, she said, had she not stepped in and de-escalated his ass, not the situation, but just his ass, it could have went to the next level. Like, these fools come in with all this testosterone or whatever it is that's on their mind, and ready to blow your damn head off. I'm like, you go tell the Lord that same thing. Because here are the 4 top things that I see. Either you gonna shoot and kill the wrong person and end up behind bars, convicted, end up behind bars. But whether it be the right person with money or without money. If you retire and the same type of treatment, say for instance, you retire the correct way, you retire and get your pension. Then, you know, you up in age and some young new cat, technology and the time frame a little different, if the Lord let all that bypass. And you get treated the same way that you was treating folks in your career. Like you made, because it is some officers that be on demon time and they make it all the way to the end of their pension if they don't get caught up in no scam. If you don't get killed in the line of duty, I think I fused number 1 together. Or, it's a small little situation and you leave that place and then go to another place and make it work. Because, if the situation wasn't that bad, say for instance, you called you had a situation to where it was a lawsuit, but it wasn't like, the person that lose their life or they get shot, get killed, and you're still able to recover and go to another police department. Like, those are my top 4 things that I see on officers. Unless they just up and get fired, like somebody at the higher command did what they were supposed to do. So I couldn't do it. I know if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't be acting like them. And if I already know what to look at, I'm gonna be smooth as I can possibly be. If I don't see no warnings, I'd be giving somebody a warning, like get that fixed. I'm gonna put it in the system. If you get pulled over, the situation ain't fixed, then it's a ticket. But these officers be so money hungry, then the thin blue line be just all up they crack trying to protect them. Like, what if this is one of your family members that they didn't know was one of your family members? Say like it's an out-of-town person visiting, and they get pulled over and they get treated ugly. It's only until it's somebody with some money, somebody in power over them, or has the power and not using it in a way to where like it's overreaching. Like, I'm in this position, like say for instance like a judge, I'm in this position, you pull over a judge and then they throwing their weight around. Or this person can make your life a living hell if you don't do what they want you to do because they have authority. And we have those folks. We can't act like we don't. We done seen countless videos of people flexing their authority. Just to think without the camera how many judges or how many sheriffs, how many state officials with law enforcement or on that side of the law have gotten away with stuff without the camera. Oh yeah, that deputy or lieutenant or whatever wouldn't have been in a compromising situation. They wouldn't use the cameras back. So he could have took his boss or whatever the case home, and he could have continued his binge drinking game until cameras come out. Yeah, you put me in a bad position because it's all on camera. Especially when I love watching the guys that are in law or either getting into law or in law, and they speak on, whether this was legal or not. I'm like, outside of my lady, I didn't gain so much on the law side of things. I'm just waiting for an officer to flop. I'm gonna speak like Jesus. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna speak like the Lord and let the hurt sink in. Because I'm telling you, these officers don't. I'm like, what about your family? What about your pension? Like, you didn't think to pull your taser? What is your taser on your side for? You just gonna pull the gun and just empty and then dump. Not like hit a person one time or 2 times or whatever. They dump. Unless you in a shootout, if you right there up on the person and you and your partner is laying bullets into somebody that didn't do nothing, man, like, I'm surprised that guy is still here with us. Like, he had an angel blocking some of the bullets. Because 6 times up close like that, and they feeling some type of way, they must have thought in their head, well, he must for the world rob this little old lady. If they knew what she sound like on the phone, I don't know full details as far as that, but yeah, I agree with old buddy. Don't call the cops. Don't do that. Not unless you really truly don't love your loved ones. Cause that seems like some Karen and Kevin shit right there. Just I'm gonna call the cops on you in hopes that you defy that law and authority and they clean you up the way they want you cleaned up with the bullet. They don't, man, look. folks get laid down like this, just then want to boo Julio fan, a young and Ace or Julio Fulio. I might have listened to whatever was trending at the time. If it was a video, cause I'm not gonna go find no Julio music and blow that up. No, he should, man, look, he should have stayed his goofball at home. That's what he should have did. There's a million and one things he could have did. Cause in the streets, from what I heard, you ain't got no birthday. Every day, day by day in the street. Excuse the bass, it's late night driving. That's why I'm glad my situation played out. It's too many, it's too much out here that shows you how to move. And these people get cleaned up in the worst way possible, and then the next minute you know either they dead or in jail. And that's just how I see it. I mean, that's what's being shown. I can think all of what I want to think, but I'm sitting up here watching the same amount of flop as the rest of the world. And it ain't pretty. It ain't never gonna be pretty. Because every time you look around, somebody getting killed, somebody getting slammed out, somebody getting knocked off by police, and it's crazy. Like, we can't come up with some type of idea to make this work in the interest of everybody. Because I thought officers were American citizens too. Like, what happens when they peoples get cleaned up? Is they gonna use their authority and they weight to throw around and try and clean somebody up? Cause I'm telling you, I'm gonna be at the house with my shit on. When I go outside, my vest is on. Especially when I know I'm about to be out. And now that my daughter is going to school, I'm gonna be even more out. I'm gonna be at the range. My lady gonna be at the house working from home for the state. I'm gonna be at the range, getting my scoops game up and looking for me a 10mm. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Because people think it's sweet out here, and it's not. When you got to lay somebody's ass down and self-defense, yeah, I want my body to snitch on me when I'm at the gates waiting on the Lord's judgment. Because all them officers that think they body gonna snitch on them so hard, then everybody got to die. But going to the police academy and thinking you know law within 6 months. No, some of these officers don't give a damn about law, but yet when we swap back over to my black folks, my black people. Look here. If we don't get the in-house situation together, ain't nothing else gonna play out. And Charleston White was right. We don't need to vote. I know I ain't voting. Chameleon Harris and loudmouth Trump. I ain't a fan of neither one. But we got one that's in office, ain't did nothing, and then we got the other one he just doing shit. I don't know what to say. It's like sometimes you can have law enforcement come together and do a good job, but then on the other hand, you just got certain individuals that just ultimately don't give a damn about your well-being and my well-being. They don't give a flying fudge. And it is what it is. Ain't nobody coming up with a plan to make the situation better. Nothing. He was flopping. You get shot. Let me have to be sleeping in a car in a dangerous neighborhood. Yeah, it wouldn't have been as much damage as that one guy that got shot 6 times. It could have been both. It sound like people like the empty clips in the uniform just as well as regular citizens like the empty clips at the range. I know I do. I'm most definitely getting a 10 when I get home. I'm gonna find me the right brand and just keep moving. Like, this mess don't make no sense. How people just out here getting cleaned up left and right, and then certain folks want certain laws to stick to certain folks, but then not stick to them. You might as well be in the same boat as the one doing the killing. I mean, every group got their own fair share of demons, whether it's the Asian community with the Yakuza, Mexicans, our Mexican brothers and sisters with the cartel, us with gangs. I mean, they got gangs too, but their biggest issue is cartel and what the cartel say. The second craziest issue with the black folks, and once upon a time I would have said clan, but now it's mainly more gang. And whatever else that come with that shit. For the Italians, even though they're still considered white, I mean, you had the mob. Like, it's too much to speak on as far as, like, everybody got their fair share of issues in their culture, but we the only ones can't get it together. We the only ones out here flopping. Everybody want to have a shiny new gun, and yet that one got bodies on it. Now you trying to sell it for the 250, and don't nobody want it because they know it's hot. I wouldn't dare want a gun that's got bodies on it. Bodies on bodies. People like got more hair than back. Like it just don't add up. It don't add up at all. Supposed to be protected and serving. That's a whole lot. Ain't nothing being protected, ain't nothing being served. It's just straight ass bullets out here. That's what it done came down to. Because if the officer don't give a damn, that means the person on the inside truly didn't give a damn. They just an authority or power to do something about it. They demand you give up your license and your rights and your this and that. They demand that. So at the end of the day, man, I ain't gonna, keep on too long with this because we can go on and on in a circle. It's too many videos out here showcasing the flop and what's going on. And people don't want to acknowledge that. People want to sweep that up under the rug like, they don't know what they talking about until it happened to them. Then they in a hissy fit. I'm talking about hissy fit, trying to figure out why they getting pulled over. For what reason? So look, man, I'm gonna tell you, police, black Americans, it ain't gonna get no better. It's only gonna get worse. My shout outs go to the officers that's out here maintaining it, making it work and doing what the job requires of you, but ain't no love for that other side that's out here just slaying down folks, because I got to sit up here and think like an officer instead of thinking like a regular human being. That's the key. People ain't human no more. Ain't no telling what type of drama going on in the office. But then I have that also that same damn thing transpire. It's reasonably for me to believe that people don't give a damn. And never will. Because if they did, we wouldn't be in the mess that we in now. And when I say it's nasty, it is nasty. Ain't no coming out of this. But yet at the end of the day, man, it's the Tobi Chronicles. I ain't gonna lie. Because people think it's sweet out here. Mainly more blacks and whites. They think it's sweet out here, but when it really ain't. It just sounds sweet. But that was back in my grandmother's day. ability was in the game to do certain stuff. So